Hey everybody, welcome to the training this afternoon. My name is Mike Charite. I'm a gold consultant with Team Sky and here to chat today about Canva and all of the amazingness that it brings to the table. We're going to look at what's available for free with the free account, which, is quite a bit. And then we're going to look at the pro account and sort of what upgrades that provides. And, ultimately, I hope to answer the question, is it worth it? So I am going to start sharing my screen. In the meantime, if you guys want to let me know uh, if you've used Canva before and how long you've been with Evo as well, just so we can get to know each other. I know obviously a few of the leaders in the chat, but without further ado, let me share my screen and we will get going. I'm going to do my best to monitor the chat while we're talking, but if I miss anything, I'm sure Mark will jump in and answer it, and or I will catch it at the end of the call. All right. Got it. So it's Mark, yep, you've used Canva a ton. Cindy, you currently have Pro, but trying to decide whether to keep it. Okay, well, hopefully this will help you with that decision for sure. So for those who have never used it before, Canva is an online graphic design software that has sort of evolved. I've been using it for several years, and it's evolved from just basic, graphics and flyers and all of that into the video realm for TikTok and all sorts of interesting things here. So I'm going to explore just some of the real basics and then look at the functionality that we to compare the two subscriptions. Okay. So basically, once you sign up, you just go to canva.com and it's totally free. You can sign up and you will get into the into just the basic subscription. Once you do that, it's going to put you on the dashboard here. And right away, you start seeing so many cool things. So it actually has preset dimensions for a lot of the things that you already use, from Facebook covers to Instagram reels, Instagram posts. And so this takes away a lot of the stress of having to go search, hey, what size graphic do I need for this and this? It's all built in here, which is amazing. They have a huge template library. And so that's really where we're going to start today. From the dashboard, we can do two things. We can go over to the templates menu and we can see everything here as it is. And so they've got featured collections. They've got different topics that are ready to go. I generally start by searching. Okay. So if you're just coming in here and looking for some inspiration, great to just come over to templates and kind of just start clicking through stuff. Hey, look, I need a business card, I need a flyer. And that's a great way to start out, being just looking for inspiration. If you don't have something in mind already, okay? But generally for me, I'm coming in here because I need something. And so I am generally going to start in the search box and I'm going to search something like travel Instagram post. Okay. And again, for you guys who have used this before, this is all beginning part is going to be review. But we will get into some of the pro specifics in it momentarily. Okay. So, as you can see, we just did a very simple travel Instagram post search, and everything we can see is already formatted as square. And you can see just the variety here. So anything with a crown on it is going to be for pro subscribers, okay? But you can see even without that, 9 out of 10 that we're looking at right here are all available for free. And so this is a great place to just start searching down. We can also tailor that and say, so maybe instead of travel Instagram post, we could do a beach travel Instagram post. So it lets you put multiple criteria to kind of refine your search based on what you're looking for. Okay. It also will let you search for different colors. And that's a great thing for me because I like keeping with my branding. So we could do like a green travel Instagram post. Okay. Let's try that. See what comes up. And for now, ignore this magic design section. We're going to touch on that in a little bit. That's some of the pro functionality that they've just started introducing. But look at this. We searched by color to match our branding, and now we have all of these posts that are already sort of built into our brand scheme. So I love how flexible that is just on the search front. Okay. And you can do that with anything. Facebook cover, TikTok video, all of those templates. Okay. So I'm going to just open one of these up, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to manipulate. So let's go with this one. Why not? So we're going to click on it, hit customize this template, and it comes up here, and we can see all of the different layers here that are available. Okay. And I'm telling you, changing these things could not be easier. It's literally the two background layers are the colors. Once you click on it, you can come up here to background color, and you can pick one of the document colors. So it will suggest what colors are already in the document based on the photos that are in there, based on logos and text. Or you can go to the color picker here and change to whatever you'd like. If you have a particular color for your brand and you know the hex code, you can put that in, and it will change it, accordingly for you. Okay. So super easy to do that. It also, we can change the photos really easy. So if we go down to photos and we can start searching in here, let's do a beach photo. Why not? And again, you're going to see on here, there's some of the ones with the crowns. That means they're pro. There's a whole bunch that aren't. And to change out the photo, literally click, drag, and it'll put it right in that frame for you. Okay. If we go to the elements menu, we can start adding a whole bunch of different pieces to this. So they kind of break it up into different categories. So if we look here, they have graphics built in. They have different shapes. So let's just say we go to the shapes menu. They're going to have different lines, arrows. They have all of these different kind of baseline shapes that we can choose. I use these a lot of times when I'm trying to like frame a photo. So for example, let me go back here for a second. I'm going to get rid of this big photo. Literally click, delete. It's gone. Super easy. Let me pull down the chat here too, in case I'm missing something. Mark, I'll definitely show that flyer in a couple of minutes. Okay, good suggestion. So if we search in here if we want to put a new photo in here, okay, let's search a frame. That's what they call it. And if we go to see all of these are going to be set up to take whatever photos that you'd like. Okay, so we search frame. We can look at all these different shapes. For now, I'm going to just pick a circle one because it'll illustrate what we want to do. So we can change the size very easily. You'll notice as you click and drag, it will show you with these pink lines when it's on center, which is super helpful as you're laying things out. Okay, and let's go back down to photos. Let's just stick a beach photo in there for the time being. And now I really like to, just to give it a finished appearance, to outline the edge of my photos. Okay, so all I do is go to uploads. Go to elements. We're going to go back and go to shapes here. Whoops, let's get rid of that. Okay, we're going to go to our shapes menu, and we're going to pick a circle. We're going to add that. And then I'm going to change this to, these colors are really not working together, but we'll fix that. So I'm going to just drag this circle to be a little bit bigger, okay? And then I'm on a Mac, and the keyboard code is Command with a bracket to the left, and that will, oops, because I clicked in the chat, that will move it back in the layers menu, okay? And now I can just literally drag this guy to create a nice little frame. We can resize it. Okay, and that gives it just a little bit more of a finished look. If we drag this guy around, it will center it in the frame for us. And then if we, a lot of times, once I put these together, I don't want them to move. So if you click on the back one and then hold down the command button and click on the front one, oops, we get that. If we right click, we can go to, oh, why is it not here? That's weird. Hang on. We're looking for the group button, and usually that's on that right click menu. but it will actually let you usually group these layers together. I don't know why it's not doing it right now. That's kind of strange. There we go. So once you highlight the layers, you'll see it come up right up here to group. Okay, now these are one layer. If you resize them, they all stay together. So it makes it really easy to just keep things all lined up the way you want it. Okay. Also, so that would be sort of how I use a lot of the frames and the shapes in there for photos. Again, there's lots of different graphics that they have already preset. So we can search something like a cloud, and we're going to go to graphics and see a whole bunch of different options, that we can use. So all of this clip art is all built into the free program. Okay. Again, if it's got the crown, it's pro level, but you can see how much is available for free. And they have, I mean, we could type in pretty much anything, type in a truck. They've got that, right? Palm trees. They have so much embedded into this software for free that is just incredible. And you can make a really nice looking graphic with that. This color is really driving me nuts, so I am going to just change this to something that's going to look a little bit nicer. All right, why not? Okay. Other items on here for free. So I'm just kind of going through the main menus, right? There's a text element. They have sort of your basic headings, subheadings. You can change the fonts, but they have all of these preset different, all of these preset different designs that are super easy to just click and bring in. Again, if it's got the crown, it's going to be pro. So let me do a free one for now. Let's just throw that guy on there. And then we can come up here, we can edit the colors to make it, all kind of fit in. Okay, so we can also edit these, change the fonts and all of those kind of things. But I love that there are just really easy pre-styled designs. So I'm not a very, I like working in creative spaces, but I am not a super creative designer when it comes to, hey, let's put all these layers together and let's figure out what's going to look right. So it's so helpful to me with this program that all of this is just built in. Okay. There's an upload section. So if you have your own graphics or photos or logos, say, that you want to put in, I'm going to just, yes, this is one of my clients. I'm also a part of the group. It's called Dad's Married to Doctors. I know, that's hilarious. Cracks me up. But we're going to just throw the logo on there. Why not? And so anything that you want to upload, these are travel photos that I pulled from hotel websites, right? You can upload anything that you want and drag those in. Okay. Couple other things that it has in here. There are some different apps that are available. Some of these are free, some of these are included with the pro account. But for example, the audio app is one, and you'll see, I guess most of the ones it's giving me here are pro accounts. So I think that's one that we probably should talk about in a minute. Just want to see if there's any free audio in here. I'm curious. Okay, so that's something that's going to be with the pro. But with the videos, that is something that is available on the free front. Okay, so let's say you're doing an ad for Australia. We can search Australia. Again, we're going to have some pro ones, but we're going to also have some of the beaches. We're going to have, there was one I just saw a second ago that was Sydney Harbor. You've got the flag here. So when you're doing TikTok content or your, different animations, you can go ahead and throw these in. So let's just see what this guy is. Okay. What a great background for a video or something. Let's say we put that guy in there. And then as we pull this out as an MP4, it'll just keep flowing along the video. So I love that they're building in all of this functionality too. Okay, so my point with all of this is I'm just trying to show you how robust this software is, right? It's super easy to come up with something. If you come up with a design that you love, let me actually show you one that I just did. Okay. I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to I'm going to just click Canva and go back to my desktop. Okay. So for example, here's a ribbon cutting one that I did. I'm doing a ribbon cutting for my business. Mark inspired me to do that. So I'm doing this in January, created this nice little flyer, and I did this one from scratch, right? Super easy. Open it up, put in a background layer. I searched for ribbon, found one in my color that I liked, and then just added the text and logos. So this was a very simple one. Okay. Now let's say I want to use the same design. I created this for Instagram, but I want to create an event header for Facebook. I can go up to file and let's see. They used to have a resize button. I think it's all under Magic Switch here now. But on the free account, you can just do it's all under Magic Switch now, but you can just do a basic resize. Okay. And if you hit see all, it will actually show you, or if you come down here, it'll show you browse by category. You can go to social media and we can go to Facebook and we can say, okay, let's do a Facebook event cover. Okay. So we're going to hit that. We're going to hit continue. And it's going to ask you, do you want to resize it or do you want to copy it and resize? So I'm going to say copy and resize. It's going to take a second. And then we're going to hit open. And look at that. It took all of the elements and it already resized this. Now I have to do a little bit of, modification here to kind of make it fit better. But everything is in a place that, we can do this really quick instead of creating this again from scratch, right? So that makes it really, really easy to go back and forth between different mediums, different social media platforms. Okay, super, super easy. The other thing you can do, let me go back again. I'm going to show you another cool thing here that I really enjoy. So I've been trying to do a lot of trainings. Okay, so if I go to projects and I go to this one, it's called training flyers. Okay, so I kind of have 5 or 6 little designs here that I like. But I don't necessarily want to get rid of any of the ones I've already done in case I decide to do them again. A lot of times we'll repeat trainings every few months for new agents, right? So let's say I just did this one yesterday. Now I want to create a new training, but use the same design. It's got a handy duplicate page here. Okay. And then we can move that up or down. I like to keep my new ones on top. And now we can make some quick edits to this, change the dates and the topics and stuff. But it just took me 2 minutes to make a brand new flyer. So for mock bookings and stuff, that's the way I like to do it. I generally create 4 or 5 templates here. I keep them on the same document in a row. And then as I have a new mock booking, I'll just cycle through. So they all stay on brand, they all stay consistent. And I'm not having to reinvent the wheel every time I do it. Okay. All of that's available for free. Let's say I'm tired of these templates. I want to add something new. We can do a search for travel Instagram post again. And we can find one that we like. And we can just say, all right, let's do this one. We're going to click on it and we're going to say add it as a new page. So now I've added another design to my document here. They're all staying together, right? So, sorry, 1 second. All right. A couple other things Canva lets you do. You can animate your posts. So let's say I want this to show up on my Instagram as a reel or as a video. Okay, I can click on the photo and go to animate. And much like in the old days, for anybody that is as old as me and used PowerPoint in school, you can animate all of these different functions with different kind of appearance styles, however you want them to come in. You can choose which direction you want it to go. And you can add different motion effects to it, which is really cool. Okay. And so once you're done with whatever you have designed, it could not be easier to share. Okay. It's got a share button up here. It's going to ask you, you're going to go to download in general. And if you've done animation, you can download this as an MP4 video. So it's super easy. They've also got PNG. They've also got PDF printing. So with this, you can actually choose if you want crop marks or bleeds. Some professional printers will want that. Let's say you're having a flyer done for a trade show. Okay. And they've just got all sorts of different file types that you can choose from. You can do a GIF if you are creating something to use on social that's got some motion in it. And then once you choose, you can select which pages very easily. You can either do them all, or you can select individually, whichever one you want, and download it, and off it comes to your download folder. All right. So I know I went through that pretty fast, but I know for a lot of you on the line, this kind of review. But those are the basics of really using Canva for designs, and we just scratched the tip of the iceberg. They have everything from PowerPoint presentations. It's how I do all of my training. PowerPoints anymore are right here in Canva. Different social media posts, videos. They've got print products like banners, all sorts of stuff built in here. Okay. But I want to get to the more important question here, which is, that's what's on the free account. Is it really worth upgrading to the pro account? Okay. And I want to start by looking at the pricing page. So generally, you can see Canva free right here. It's got 250,000 free templates, 100 plus design types for all the social media posts. It has some of the AI tools built in, and you can invite other users. So let's say you're a team builder and you want to share it, with your team. Hey, here's the template y'all can use. That's totally possible on the free. Okay. Some of the stuff you're going to get on the pro account that I really value, you get certainly a lot more templates and a lot more graphics between stock photos, videos, audio. I mean, you have so many options that you can use. I also love the brand kit. I'm going to show you that in a minute. That is a huge help because it keeps all of my brand stuff together. Okay. Resizing designs. Again, you saw me do that, and you can do that with the free account, but with the magic switch, it on some of them it doesn't format really well when you do that resize when you're going between different sizes. So magic switch will help to do that a little bit better. This is a huge one, removing the image and the video backgrounds. I'm going to show you that. And that is massively helpful for so many things. And then I also really like that you can schedule the social media straight through. Okay. And the cost is $120 a year. So it's $10 a month. That's a lot of functionality for me. Like if you went and paid for a stock photo library like Shutterstock, you would be paying a chunk of that anyway. So for me, it's a really easy upgrade. Canva for Teams, I haven't had the need to use because, like I said before, you can still share this with other users. This would be like if you want to share the pro functionality. Like let's say I have a pro account and then I share it with Mark, who doesn't have a pro account, for example. I know you do. He wouldn't be able to use the pro tools, though I could on my account. Okay. The Teams is going to be more everybody who is part of that team can use the functionality. So that's the main difference there. Let's jump back in here, and I am going to show you how a few of these things work. So let's go to projects. Let's see if we can, let's go back to let's just go to the one we were working on a minute ago. Open so many windows. I need to clear these out.
Hey, Mike.
Yep.
Real quick on Teams, actually, no, they cannot unless they have Pro initially.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found that out yesterday with one of my agents.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if they changed that because I had a team before that they could. That might be.
They
Well, then
changed it.
I'm not 100% sure what the main difference in teams is then. I guess brand consistency. One person
Yep.
makes the change and it's there for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd pay for that personally. Um, anyway, all right. Well, thanks for that. I did not
Yep,
know that.
no problem. Found that out last night actually.
See, technology is always changing. I love it. So, I'm going to show you one of my favorite. Let me just get rid of this photo here really quick. This is like honestly my favorite part of having the pro account. So I'm going to go into photos here and I'm going to search I don't know. Let's do basketball player because I like doing this with people. Okay. So let's do this guy. Okay. So with the pro account, it has this tool called the background remover. And watch how easy this is. You pick your photo, and it doesn't have to be a stock photo. You can upload whatever you want. Okay. Once you select it, you go to background remover and watch this. It's gone. What did that take? 2 seconds? I remember the days, I don't know if anybody else used to use Photoshop and the magic rubber band tool, and you're like sitting here tracing the whole thing, and then you click wrong and it all goes away after you spent 20 minutes trying to trace this guy. I mean, that in and of itself is just mind blowing to me. And what I learned recently, because I was telling Mark earlier, I don't do a ton of video yet, and I haven't done a ton on here. But this works on video too. So let's go to videos. Let's pick this dude looking at his phone. Okay. And we're going to go to edit video. We're going to go to background remover. Same thing. And I mean, that is just the coolest thing. Let me show you what that looks like actually in practice. So Precious has some really good trainings on Canva with videos and reels. Mark, I think you've done some as well. But this is one that she put together a template the other day for the new Eva Plus. And I changed out this guy and he was in there celebrating and had a crazy background. So I removed the background. And now when I upload this to Reels, it's got all the information, but it's something a little more engaging for people, right? There's no background there. I love it.
I would have left the crazy background, man. That was an
Yeah,
awesome
well,
background.
yeah, no, it's there too. What's really cool too, and I just figured this out today, you can actually record yourself and you can take the background out of your own video. So if you go to the top of the video menu and go to record yourself, it's going to pop up with this nice little studio screen. And here I am in the corner. So we could record, blah, 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 whatever we want to say, talking, and then it'll take away the whole background. So it's only me. So I love that. I didn't even know that was in here until today. So now I'm even more in love with Pro Account. Um, again, looking at photos, like if we were to just search, I do a lot of culinary content, right? So I search a lot of cutting boards, and you can see, I mean, there's some good free ones too, but there's a lot more that are premium. And this license allows you to use these commercially in your own advertisements. So just gives you a ton more flexibility on the images that are out there. Like I said, I haven't looked recently to see what Shutterstock was, but I think last time I checked, it was like $40 for, 5 images or something crazy like that. So having all of this at your fingertips at $10 a month is just crazy. The other neat thing that you can do in here, if you don't want to pay for a social media scheduler, it's built in here with the pro account. Okay. You go to share, you go to share on social. You can pick which one we're going to do. So let's just say we're going to do Instagram. It's going to say immediately post from the mobile app, or do we want to schedule it? So if you're doing this in the Canva app on your phone, it will post immediately. But if you have Instagram business, which most of us do, and you're doing it from a computer, we can do that. And it will automatically, I'm logged in already, so it pulled my Instagram page. We can click there. It's going to let us write a caption. It's going to let us choose how do we want to show it as a video or just as a static photo. And then for pro account users, it's going to have the schedule here. And you can literally just like any other social media scheduler, go out, pick the time, done. And you now have saved yourself having to pay for another software. So it's to me, the pro functionality that is included is well worth the cost. I forgot I wanted to show you the brand kit too. So you can come in here and create a brand kit, and you can actually create multiple as a pro account. So I have two businesses. I have two different brand kits. Okay. So I'm going to just show you my travel one. You can select all of it'll pull the colors from your logo automatically. And then you can choose this color palette if you want to add other colors that you use frequently. And so now, as opposed to having to remember, God, what's the hex code of the purple that I always use in my ads? It's all built in here. You go to brand kit and everything's here. You can add fonts. I haven't used the brand voice, personality, and you communicate with your. Okay, I'm not sure how that would actually impact people unless you're letting your team know kind of what your normal voice is, but I've never used that part of it. But you can put photos here that you use frequently instead of just having them in the uploads menu. Same thing with graphics or different brand icons. Obviously, your logos you can have. If we go to, let me go to my other one real quick, and you'll see got a whole bunch of different logos that we use in different styles depending on what we're designing. So that is fantastic. You can also create different templates that are ready to go, kind of like I showed you with the training document, but you can have your templates all set up here. So, you know, you can just click and go as soon as you're ready. So that's pretty much what I had for you. I mean, those are the main differences between the pro account that I use in my business every day and where I find the huge value. So I'm curious if anybody has any questions, or Mark, if you have any other ways that you've used it with your business that I haven't. I know you do a lot more TikTok and video content than I do.
Yeah, so when I'm creating my Instagram and Facebook reels and my TikTok content, I am using the audio a lot from it because I create them on my desktop. I don't create them on my phone or my tablet. So I don't have access to the trending audio from TikTok
Yep,
on the desktop app. So I'm using the audio from Canva. And
yep,
so I'm getting a lot of good response. I mean, I'm still only averaging about 250, 260 video views. And I need to figure that part of it out. I need to work with Precious on that because she's getting like thousands of views. So,
yep.
but the AI functionality of Pro is also wonderful for us
That's
to use. It cuts down on time. You can also use Chat GPT if you only have the basic version to write your copy for your ads
yep.
or for your mock bookings on here and keep it short. Um, so
I'm glad you brought up the AI because I forgot to touch on that, and
yes.
I'll show you a couple things there. Claudia, yes, this is being recorded. It'll be posted in all of the team chats after, you know, once I get it downloaded and trimmed up. Okay, so AI is super fun, and it's still in its infancy in a lot of ways, and much like Chat GPT, you have to it works based on your prompt, right? And so sometimes you have to craft the prompt a little bit differently or make sure you add certain details. But this is one that I did. I wanted to do an ad for Facebook as a mentor to bring on travel agents. And so I think I literally told the AI in here, I said, I want a picture of somebody on a beach with a laptop in a suit jacket and swim trunks. And this is what it sent me back. Uh, the whole text to image thing doesn't always work. You know, my other business is culinary based, and I was like, I want to show somebody surfing on a ribeye steak. Yeah, that didn't work. But
What? It didn't work,
I
Mike?
know it didn't come up. I also have had a few before I did on the beach. I said, show me somebody in a bubble bath with a laptop, like working in a bubble bath. And it came back and said, the results are not appropriate for Canva. So um, some of them it actually, and I can show you a few that it did give me, and this will give you an idea of some of the limitations. Hang on here. So every time you do an AI one, it actually puts it in your upload, so you can see all of these drafts that came up for my searches. But like, this one was hilarious. So she's like sitting on top of the bubble bath. I'm not
That is
exactly
hilarious.
sure what's going on with her hand right here. That's,
She's keeping the computer out of the water.
and then the face is kind of weird, and there's a finger here.
Yeah.
So, this is all new technology, and it's growing as as they get better at it. Here's another one. And I thought this was better slightly, except the computer's like floating on the bubbles, and this thing looks bigger than her head. But it's really fun to play with. I really enjoy just putting searches in, and that is under, oh, where'd it go?
So while Mike's looking for that, on that note, what I do is I actually use two AI programs. I use Jounce for my images, and I'll put these into the chat. And then for my text, I use Chat GPT, which is completely free. Jounce has a limit, character limit every month. So I don't use that very often, but I only use it for my AI images. So Jounce and Chat GPT. They're the websites for you guys to use. Like I said, they are both free, but watch out the number of images that you are creating on Jounce, because it will try to get you to subscribe.
Got it. That's good to know. I use for the tech stuff, there's one called AI Assistant that I think Ron Perry showed me.
Yeah,
I'll put
Ron
that.
showed me that too. I haven't played with
And
it yet.
I've used that one pretty well, pretty frequently, and it's really useful. Um, so I went to design, and at the top it's got magic design. I think that's where it was. They used to have just an AI button on the side here. And I don't know where that went. See, this is the thing. It's always changing and updating on us. Okay, well, if you go to apps, they have all of these different AI apps that are now built in here. It's constantly just growing. It's so crazy. Well, that might be a different training. I'm gonna have to find where that stuff was.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a whole different training, how to use
Oh,
AI
yep.
in Canva.
Yep, I found it. Sorry. You go back to the dashboard and you go to Magic Studio, and then it's got yeah, we won't spend a lot of time here, but it's got the different types of magic design. It's got the copywriter, the magic right, and it's got all of these different types of apps. So you can go through here. Here's the text to video, text to image. And that's going to be a whole nother training, but it is fun to play with. If you've never done AI images and stuff, it's just really really hilarious. And I mean, honestly, I'm really happy with that one wherever it went. It seemed to have pretty good results for me. Well, it's gone now. But you can actually get a really fun result once you fine tune it enough. So